everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. This is going to be a reading about the full moon eclipse in Taurus. Now, those of you that know my channel know how I do the moon readings. You know that I start off by giving you some important information in regards to the moon that we're going to be talking about. First of all, I really would like to give a huge thanks to Yasmin Boland for all the information. All the lunar information that I get comes from her, most of which is from her Moonology diary. That will be listed below with all the decks. We also get information from her cards. All these decks over here, these two decks are hers. Now, I always start off this by, like I said, letting you know what Yasmin Boland has to say about the moon. Now, this full moon eclipses are always intense, but this one promises to be all the more so. For one thing, it's taking place in the sign of Taurus, which is associated with money. So that's a good time to think about your finances and make some changes where cash is concerned. Now, if you know that you've been doubting yourself or selling yourself short financially, this is going to be the eclipse to tap into, consciously create a better outcome for yourself. However, that's not the only reason why this is an amazing, potentially electric eclipse. It's also taking place near the planet of radical change and sudden turnarounds, Uranus. The respective positions of the full moon at the time of the eclipse and the planet Uranus create a scenario that astrologers call a partile. Now that means they're on exactly the same degree of the zodiac, which means it's time to hang on to your hats because sudden changes are possible at any time now. The secret with all full moon eclipses though, and in particular one like this, is to let go of what no longer serves you. If you're clinging on to someone or something that you know is toxic in your life, but that you're continuing with most likely for the wrong reasons, take a hint from the skies and let them or it go before the eclipse arrives. Releasing what no longer serves you voluntarily is much easier than having the eclipse unceremoniously rip it away. It's interesting that that's what this eclipse is all about, because the most recent reading I did for Virgo sun signs and Leo sun sign combined, there was a message in there for someone or for several of you that talked about something having been ripped from your world. Now, I got the impression that that had already taken place, but maybe it was coming up. Maybe it is coming up to the full moon. So you might want to watch that video. I'll probably link that at the end of this video for you. Now, the only other thing that I would like to fill you in on is which house this full moon eclipse is going to affect for you, Virgos. It's going to be your 9th house. Now, that represents study, travel, the search for meaning and to understand life, a higher learning, and spirituality and dreams. Okay, so this is going to be a big one. I can feel it. And with the big shift that's been coming that we've all been sensing, and now we've got this full moon, total lunar eclipse. Things are coming to an end. But don't let that scare you, because it's not always something that you love or something that you really want to hang on to that's going to be ripped out of your world. It's likely going to be something that you're already aware of that needs to be cleared out. And, you know, it's not always easy to clear things out. You know, when we're comfortable, it's so much easier to just stay put. It truly is. Okay, so let's get into these cards here. This is the Moonology deck, and it's for the full moon in Taurus, and it says, your dreams need a practical plan. You know what? I believe that was one of the messages in the last Virgo reading that I did, the Virgo sun readings. Wow, it's crazy how even the readings are connected to each other, you know, one right after the other. That is so unbelievable. Now this is the Moonology Manifestation deck, also by Yasmin Bolin. I just got to pull my chair in, sorry. And this is for the full moon in Taurus, and it says detoxify. And that was a message that I just read to you too, that it's about letting go of what's toxic in our lives. Whether it's a job, a career, a business, people, a relationship, family. Sometimes we have to let go of family in the interim, and then down the road they come back in. I had to get a drink, sorry guys. Now this is back to the Moonology deck. Full moon eclipse, and it says conclusions are within reach. So see, it's not always just about things being, ripped out of our world. Sometimes it's about things coming to a conclusion. Maybe there's something that you've been thinking about, wondering about, questioning, not having an answer to. Maybe that answer or the conclusion to that problem or situation takes place during this full moon eclipse. I am in the middle of a snow kind of blizzard right now. It's crazy. I don't know if you can hear the winds out there, but crazy cold and very windy. Okay. Like I said earlier, all the decks will be listed down below. All right. This is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. This is the deck that's going to give us some information around timing of things that are going to take place here. And we'll clarify with that guy. So your first card out, funny angels, we have release. Duh, right? Full moon, that's what it's about. Now this is a waning crescent 4 moon. And once I get all these cards laid out, we're going to take a look at the timing of the moons on the cards. Card number 27, if you're interested. Okay, let me get this where you can see it. There, okay. Card number 2, which is card number 5, waxing crescent 3, and it's all about growth. Truly, I have a feeling that whatever it is that we're being asked to release or let go of at this lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse, it's going to bring amazing growth. This card, I believe, has been coming out just about every moon reading for the last 2 or 3 times. So there is major growth headed our way. The whole world is going to be going through major growth spurts moving forward. Okay, next card, number 18. Waning gibbous 2. It's all about pleasure. Release, growth, pleasure. These are not necessarily in the right order, but they will be very shortly. Your final card here is card number 31, and it's the worm moon, and it's all about faith. This particular one always reminds me of the Empress card. Look at her. She's pregnant. She's about ready to birth, rebirth, grow, ascend. But look at the look on her face. She is so calm and so the word is not coming to me. She just seems serene. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, angels. She's so calm, serene, fine with where she is. She has faith. She's not worried. She has faith. Okay, let me put this deck away. Now we're going to get into the timing of these cards. Okay. First one up here, I want to point out this faith card is the worm moon. Now the worm moon takes place in March. That would be the full moon in March. And the message I'm getting with this is some of you, this is in effect over here because it's next March. Others of you, it's going to be in this position here. Sorry, you can't see it, but in the first position here because it already took place this past March, okay? So what I'm being guided to do here is just kind of set this card up top, because it can go either way. You are going to know which side it's on for you, okay? Once we get going with the reading and I explain it to you, you're going to understand that, oh yeah, this happened last March, or no, it didn't, so it must be coming this March, okay? The next, excuse me, the next card that we have in place will be this pleasure card, because the waning gibbous 2 moon is on the 10th of November. So this will be 2 days after the full moon, okay? I like that. Pleasure comes 2 days after the full moon. So there must be some releasing that takes place. That is your next card. Now, see, confirmation from my other phone. You're going to be releasing something because of the pleasure. Okay, so the release. This is a waning crescent 4. This is the 20th of November. I'm really liking how this is playing out here. So obviously the growth card, which is a waxing crescent 3 moon. This takes place on November 26th. Okay. Like I said, I'm really liking how this is playing out here. So, just to recap, some of you, something took place in March of this year that my mind is just completely blank right now. It gave you faith, hope. It brought it back. It allowed you to move forward from a place of faith, okay? So it was around that full moon, give or take a bit of time, because time is, you know, energy is energy, time is time. They're two different things, but something happened in March around the full moon that brought you into a place of faith, having faith that all is well, all will be well, okay? Others of you, if that's not the case for you, and you're going to know for sure if that is you. So if you're on the other side right now thinking, oh, I can't remember, then no, it didn't happen, because this is something you would remember, okay? For those of you like that, this is coming. This faith is coming in March of 2023, or a reason to have faith, okay? And like I said, I'm going to leave it up there. Now, this pleasure card feels very strongly to me like it's getting into that place of feeling happy, feeling pleasureful, feeling positive. And it's that makes it a little bit easier for us to release whatever it is we need to release, because either something comes in right around the 10th of November, or you just start going down that path of being happy. And I honestly, I think something's coming in. I think something's coming in. And when it does, because of where it takes you energetically and emotionally, it makes this release so simple, so easy, because whatever this is, I feel like it's replacing what you have to release. Now, that being said, if you're having to release energetically, meaning it's an old way of thinking, being thought patterns, belief systems that are outdated, whatever this is, it's energetically, it's coming in, and it's just going to, look at, I want to point out, it's like she's being hit in the heart chakra, and it's opening up her chest and her heart wide. And see all the energy, okay, see, clarification from my other phone. That's what's happening here. Your heart's being opened wide up. And this is all energy flowing to you, through you, around you. You're going to feel a little chaotic, to say the least, energetically. Okay? It's not going to feel bad, though. It's going to feel very fast. Fast, forward-moving energy. All right? But because you're in that frame of mind, the release is, yeah, okay, take it. I don't care. I just feel so damn good because of this. Take what you want, right? And it's because of that release and whatever this is taking place here, this pleasure, that allows the growth. And this is big. This feels like a world of growth coming in. An absolute world. But again, it's not going to feel like a lot of work. It's not going to feel burdensome or heavy, painful. It's just, it's going to feel, look at these two girls, look at their positioning. They're in the same exact position. One is being pleasured, the other one is releasing. But no matter how you look at it, they both look very happy. They both look quite content. She's not fighting the release, and she is definitely not fighting the good that's coming in. She's not looking pained because her heart's being broken wide open. And neither is she. Willing participants. Very willing. And I think that's because it feels so good. This is going to feel amazing. This release is going to make you feel even better. And with it comes this world of growth. And I want to point out in the Faith card, like I said, she's looking pregnant, but look at on her belly. It's like the Empress. It's the world. There's so many synchronicities and signs here that have to do with the world. And the world in tarot represents an ending of one phase of your life so that a new one can start. And none of it is going to be excruciating. At least that's not what it looks like for me. It's not how it feels. It feels very exciting, very intriguing, very, you're going to be very interested in what's to come next, looking forward to it, if you will. I'm just going to slide these over a little bit because kind of right up at the edge of the camera there. Can you see this pretty good now? Oh, come on. Being Virgo, it's got to be perfect, right? Much better. Okay, now we're going to get some clarifying cards. We're going to start with the Gaia Oracle deck. I have a feeling that for some of you, the pleasure comes from communication, because my throat is frogging up big time in this reading, and it doesn't normally unless there's some kind of message around communication. So there's something to do with communication here, okay? And I feel like it's in regards to love one way or another, whether it's familial love, romantic love. That could be where the growth comes from. Learning to communicate on a different and a deeper level. It was in one of my, it was in the last new moon. It was about going deeper. And even in the extended, it was even more messages about going deeper. Okay. Now on the pleasure and release cards, you have Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, and Wholeness. Card number 7, very divine number. Yeah, I'm not surprised because you can see that both of these girls here, now that doesn't mean it's all going to be just females that are going through this, okay? It's just how they've done the cards. In fact, majority of the cards in this deck, if I'm not mistaken, are women on the cards for some reason. feminine energy. But transformation, creativity, and wholeness, that transformation maybe leads to creativity, which leads to wholeness. This is definitely a transformation, this pleasure card, but so is the release. The release is going to transform you because that's what brings the growth, right? Now, on top of the release and the growth cards, we have card 41, which is the amethyst card. It says, again, transformation, certainty, and confidence. So, the transformation that takes place here between pleasure and releasing is a different transformation than between the release and the growth. It brings this transformation here from pleasure to release is what brings the growth. And with that growth comes the certainty and the confidence. You know exactly who you are, what you are, where you're going, what's coming in, what it's all about. The veil is being lifted here. You will have clarity of sight, clarity of knowing. If you have it, an amethyst stone, wear it, carry it. I don't care if it's in your pocket. Have it on you somehow. Around, so this is between the 20th and the 26th of November. You could start wearing this or carrying it anytime now, even from the full moon forward, right? Okay. Lots of transformation coming up, y'all. Where did that come from? I do not ever say y'all. I don't know who that was for, but that's a sign for someone out there. Someone had a person from the other side that said y'all. Okay, what are we getting now? Okay. Oh, we're going to get a Beyond Lemuria card. Now the fronts of all of these cards have different pictures on them, different artwork, and then there's a message on the back, a different message for each card. I don't think I've ever seen this artwork. Isn't this adorable? We've got dolphins up here, so that's about being playful, and they're very intelligent. So this is intelligence coming in, okay? And being playful. Try to be more playful. And I'm seeing on the bodies of these dolphins what looks almost like the Greek key. But yeah, look at her. It reminds me of this. Look at all the energy, the light energy around her. It's the same kind of idea. Okay, so let's read it. It says, life force energy. Revel in the bliss of being alive. This card is packed with luminous life force energy for optimal health and healing. As much as is possible, seek joy and upliftment in everything you do. Consider the foods you eat, the environments you spend time in, the people in your life and what you wear. Increase your awareness of how things come to be in your world and their energetic resonance. You may be inspired to work with healing energies, with the land, perhaps to grow vegetables. You're encouraged to joyously make your life a piece of Eden. As a result, you will shine with vitality. Ooh, I like that. You know, I've been getting a lot of information, a lot of downloads in regards to November, and it is exactly what this card is talking about. It's the same thing. Find the happiness, stay happy. Whatever it takes, be happy. That is super important at this point in time. The veil is so thin in November that if you're open to it, you're going to see things that you didn't think possible to see. And you're going to know things that you didn't think possible that you could know. I went for a walk yesterday with my dogs. And as I'm passing, we're walking down the middle of the street. I live in a small town. There's no vehicles coming. We're walking down the middle of the road. And I come across a truck that's parked on the left-hand side of the street. And I looked at it, and just in looking at it, I got a whole story in my head. A whole story about what's coming my way. Now, it has to do with that truck, obviously. Somebody that's headed in my direction owns a truck like this one. But in a split second, I had a storyline around this truck that came through to me that was downloaded. It was the coolest thing I've ever experienced. And this is the kind of things that you can expect if you're open to it. And being open to it is easier if you're happy, blissful, doing things that are fun, seeking joy and upliftment, right? Being light and airy. This is going to be a huge month, everyone. Huge for everybody. But especially Virgos. But Virgo, all placements, right? Okay, let's get a Sacred Destiny card, Oracle card. I thought I was clarifying with the Light Seers deck, but I guess I'm not. Oh, okay. I just got a message. Is that our card? No. Okay, the card that fell out, Purity, but it is not our card. Now, oh, that's gorgeous. Look at the eyes on this guy. Isn't that beautiful? Oh boy, and we have Stand Still. I'm going to read this to you because I have a feeling there's something in the book that's going to give us a little bit of extra information. So let me grab the book here. Stand Still, okay. Stand Still? Yes. Okay. It says swamplands. A swamp is a low-lying area with woody plants, shrubs, and trees where water collects and saturates the ground. During rainy seasons, swamplands become overwhelmed with water. The edge of the swamp is often a quagmire of mud and silt, but an abundance of plants and swamp insects dwell there. Because of the sticky nature of the mud, it is often impossible to walk through swamplands. Even trying to maneuver with a boat can be difficult and treacherous because of dense vegetation. However, there is great value in swamplands. They act as natural flood control, as runoff can be temporarily stored in their basins. They keep the land around them from washing away. Lush vegetation provides a haven for nesting birds and waterfowl, as well as habitat to mammals such as a beaver. Freshwater swamps near the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers in the Middle East are part of the Fertile Crescent and contributed to the fertility of the land for the earliest humans. So the sacred landscape wants you to know this. If it feels that some areas of your life have slowed down or even come to a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. The soul loves the truth. In life, you can either say, there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life, and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is being sucked into mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, now, because this is a full moon, I'm going to get a Power of Surrender card and see just exactly what we need to surrender here, or what some of us need to surrender. And you'll know if this represents you or not. Confirmation. Surrender your desire to control people. Being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. I have been experiencing this over the last little while myself, and it's true. Just backing away and cooling off, if that's what you need to do, makes all the difference in the world, because it's easier to just back away and leave it be and let it do its own thing than it is to fuss and worry and fret over it, right? Are we getting any more cards? Oh yes, I wanted to get one on the faith card. I want to know either what it is that brought the faith in or what's going to bring the faith in. That's what I wanted to say, a renewed faith. It's not just having faith, it's a renewed faith. Thank you, angels. So this either happened for you in March of this year, or it's about to in March of 2023, but it's a renewed faith. Okay, is that one of our cards? Yes, okay. This is our first card. Okay. High Priestess. Gaining wisdom and knowledge. Things that were unknown previously are or have come to light, and it brings with it certainty and confidence, because this is attached to the release and the growth card, and the faith card is just above that. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. This is going to be around your ability to be financially independent. Now, I'm not getting financial independence just yet, more the ability to become financially independent. So whatever this is, whatever this message is or was, it's going to bring opportunities or ideas that are going to help you move forward to become financially independent, okay? It's a newness, and it's going to show up in the form of, you know, you hear something that somebody else is talking about, or you heard something that somebody else said, and it's going to give you the idea. It's like, oh, that's what I should do. And that's what it was meant to do, give you the idea, okay? So keep your eyes and ears open. Six of Cups. It could be something coming back around again to you, because the Six of Cups is something from the past. Now, it's possible that when it came to you, you weren't ready for it. You weren't in, not that you were immature, but as far as your spirituality goes and your energy goes, you maybe weren't at a mature point yet, but the growth has taken place and you now are in a mature place and ready, or will be. You know, again, did this happen this last March, or is it about to happen? But that's got to do with the growth too, right? The maturing, the growth. Bottom of the deck, which brings us to some kind of an overall energy here, is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, I'm going to point out in this deck, look at, she has got 4 cups that have wasted. They've been wasted, okay? They've been dumped out, looked in, whatever. These 3 did not work. She's in the midst of checking out this 4th cup now. She's pouring out whatever's inside it. And she's looking pretty disappointed, Like, okay, that's not it either. I'm almost at the end of the cups. And what are the odds that the last one I look into is going to be the right one? But I want you to look at the cup. What's in it? Look at the light. Look at the glow that's within that cup. That is your cup, your Ace of Cups. Okay? So it is coming. Although you've had a lot of disappointment, because the Four of Cups is all about disappointment, you have a brand new Ace of Cups headed your way. So this Five of Cups also can represent regrets, from regretting saying or doing something in the past, okay? And maybe that's what she's sitting here thinking. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. Don't worry about it. All is well. Everything that needs to take place has taken place, is taking place. This is your cup, okay? Trust. Have faith. And underneath that is the Ace of Wands, your new passionate beginning. Something that you will be very passionate about. Doesn't necessarily mean romance. It could be just a new business, a new career, and it's something that you're going to absolutely love and be extremely passionate about. This is going to be a wicked, wicked month. Buckle up, hold on, because it's huge. I want to reiterate here, keep yourself in that happy space, that positive, happy, grateful space, finding things that bring joy to you, that put a smile on your face, even if it's just thinking about things, maybe when your kids were babies, or, you know, when you first got a puppy, or you first fell in love, whatever it is. Try to be in that happy, positive place, because that is what's going to take you exactly where you need to go. Okay? Take a look at what's going on, what's taking place in your world. If anything seems to be at a standstill, know that there's either something about to enter your life. And for me, that's kind of what it feels like more than anything. The universe is bringing something. Okay? You do have to release. There's something you're going to have to release. And for some of us, it's about controlling people. For others, it's, you know, it could be anything. It could be thought processes. It could be anything. People, situations, work, business. Just go with the flow. Go with what feels good. You've got a lot of transformation coming through. Get creative. You do have clarity coming in. Big time. Hoo-wee. Oh, okay. We're getting one more card. We're getting a Synchronicity Oracle card. I don't know why, but I'm guessing we're going to soon find out. See the bigger picture. Absolutely. So when I created this deck, I'd been seeing a bunch of numbers randomly. I wanted to know what they meant. So I thought you probably all were seeing them and would want to know. I asked my guides. What they gave me is what's on the cards. About half of this deck is numbered. If you're seeing 1212, this is what the angels are trying to tell you. See the bigger picture. So those little frustrations, those little things that come along in life that anger us, frustrate us, disturb our positive thought, whatever it is, those are not the important things. Those are passing through. The bigger picture is your destination, where you're headed, what your life's purpose is, okay? Those are just little speed bumps along the way. Let them move through. Let them go. Just keep an eye on the bigger picture. Focus in on the bigger picture, okay? Thank you, angels. I think that's everything I have for you, Virgos, all placements. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.